We had our Sip Savor gala.
Yes, that was a phenomenal event.
At the Legacy
Great
Hotel.
showing.
Yeah, benefiting the Dillon Family Foundation to raise almost $130,000 for... We got to get our sound effects
we got to get the sound effect in there.
I know it's a tough one going in the bye week with the loss.
So a lot of Packers Twitter's getting fired up about the Lions being a dirty team. Obviously, everyone kind of takes their shots when they can. Yeah. I mean, it's a physical game, but at the same time, like very blatant stuff. Do you guys notice that pregame? Like, do you guys like call the Lions a dirty team?
Yeah,
we lost the Lions, that sucked, but at the end of the day,
we come back and we got the Bears, man. So let's go. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to episode 28 of Toonen To Dillon.
Ooh, a special episode for
AJ. Special
AJ.
episode 28. And we got a very special guest. I don't know if the camera can pan to him, but we got Mr. Gus.
Hey, Gus.
Our actual mascot, the Toonen To Dillon mascot. Is
Gus back. He snuck his lacrosse ball in the house.
There he is.
Yeah, look, he's a nice boy. Sit. There you go. Lay down. Go play, buddy. Go play. He'll go.
Knocks down the camera.
Yeah, knocks down a light. But yeah, good boy Gus is here in the house. Go lay down, buddy.
He
can
sit on the Toonen To Dillon.
Yeah.
That'd be actually pretty sick.
Come on. Lay down, Gus. Go play. Come on.
Get on here.
I think he'd feel very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's in a playful mood today. Good old yellow lab loves his lacrosse ball. But yeah, shout out Gus.
Yeah. I don't want to say good weekend because it was an eventful weekend this weekend.
That it was, yeah.
We had our Sip Savor gala.
Yes, that was a phenomenal event.
At the Legacy
Hotel.
Great
showing.
Yeah, benefiting the Dillon Family Foundation to raise almost $130,000 for... We got to get our sound effects
Yeah, we got to get the sound effect in there.
Yeah,
but
to help empower families and combat hunger within the communities. And we got some great plans and initiatives and nonprofits that we're going to be donating to in the coming months. So we're excited about that. And
some really cool gifts within that too.
Yeah, making it a continuous thing.
Yeah, I mean, it was really cool. I mean, I'm very proud brother over here for that, for you and my sister.
And co-host.
And co-host. Man, what a cool thing you guys are doing for the community, and it was just awesome to see. I will say I go to a lot of charity events just through work, and continue to build the network, especially the insurance world. That's kind of what we do. And anyway, it was different to just be all standing tables and not feel confined to one specific area and being stuck at a table when you wanted to conversate with somebody who was there, but you really couldn't because you were at an assigned seat. Yeah. Really cool way of you guys had a DJ. It was just a party, man. Yeah. It was a lot of fun for a great cause.
That was the goal. The goal is to make it a not so stiff of an event, make it so that people can get to know each other, almost like a networking event in a way where you're meeting a bunch of people who are also trying to do good in the community, who want to get behind the same ideas and beliefs that we have and our hopes for the community. So I'm sure there's things in common that you've never met this person, but hey, look, we're all at this event. That's a great starting point. Hey, this your first one?
Yeah. So, I mean, you guys, when did you decide to start planning that? Because you launched the foundation in the summer.
Yep.
And then I knew you wanted to do a gala. When did you guys whip that up all together pretty quickly?
Yeah. It was a quick turnaround. A lot of that, give credit to Gab, because Gab worked with the foundation team tirelessly to kind of set that stuff up, but it worked out. It was fantastic, and we're looking to continue to do it every single year. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, but let's get the people what they want.
Yeah.
And I know it's a tough one going in the bye week with the loss. Let's get your fan perspective. Tell me about the tailgate. Tell me about you. I could see you from where I was sitting, which I loved, being able to make eye contact with you. And how are you staying warm out there? What was the fit choice? How do you stay warm in the rain?
Yeah, so so for the tailgate situation, we were gonna go out and bounce around to different places, but saw the rain and just kind of hunkered down at my spot, which was nice. Just stayed there until game time. Chloe's like, it's warm out, because it was warm out and it was getting warm in the apartment because we just had a good amount of bodies in there, big fellas in there, crushing Miller Lights.
Bodies.
But Chloe's like, you don't even need a coat, I think, Will. It's not even that bad. And as soon as we step outside, I mean, it was downpouring at that game. I don't think people understand, people who weren't there. It was downpouring, 40-mile-per-hour winds,
windy.
and it was windy, and it was 45 degrees.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just like a little bit of rain; it was a lot of rain.
That was a very tough type of weather. I don't know if I've ever been around like playing football in that weather. I've done downpour rains, torrential downpours on the East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
I've done snow. I've done ice. I've played in literally the ice. The field was like an ice rink when we played the Pinstripe Bowl at Yankee Stadium.
Oh yeah,
half of the team and Iowa's team were wearing basketball shoes because it was better grip than the cleats.
We played in a game like that too.
I played in some bad, but that was like at least because I wasn't playing, I was watching. I was getting just smacked in the face. I was trying to watch the game, like if the field was over here, without turning my head into the wind and the rain. I was trying to like watch the game like this.
It was brutal. I wore sunglasses the entire game just to block my face. Yeah, so we got to the game.
The lights were bright.
Yeah. We got to the game and we're sitting there. I'm like, this isn't even that bad. We're gonna win this game. We're gonna run the damn ball all day, and
we did start off running the ball.
We were running the ball so well.
Josh was going crazy. They had like 9 yards to carry in the first half.
13 carries for 95 yards?
Yeah, I mean, it was like 90 yards going into halftime. I'm like, well,
I mean, yeah. And it was tough. I mean, it's tough to catch the football in that weather. Like, as much as you want to game plan that, hey, no matter what the weather is, like, this is our game plan. This is where we believe that we can beat them. Like, you have to adjust to what the elements are. Mm-hmm. And the elements were, let's run the damn ball. But it is what it is. You know, that's just football. Good thing we get another crack at the Lions. And another thing, too, you can't make mistakes against the Lions.
I mean, they're a great team right now. And anytime you're playing a great team, I think anybody is beatable. You look at Kansas City.
Buccaneers game, yeah.
You look at them Monday night, and they go into overtime. Yeah, they won, but it just goes to show anybody is beatable in the league. So, but like you got to play your best ball, and sometimes it requires the other team to make some mistakes, and you have to capitalize. But you can't make a ton of mistakes, and that was kind of the message. And I've seen the clips and stuff from like our coaches and talking and stuff, and they're just like, we made too many mistakes, too many penalties. Et cetera. And so
I have a question about that game too. So a lot of Packers Twitter is getting fired up about the Lions being a dirty team. And I find that interesting because, I mean, the one play where Jordan was getting gator rolled, I mean, that's bad. That's a bad optic. But, I mean, do you, like, going through the week, does the team, like, notice that on film of, certain players – jabbing at other players? Like, obviously, everyone kind of takes their shots when they can. I mean, it's a physical game, but at the same time, like, very blatant stuff. Do you guys notice that pregame? And like, do you guys like call the Lions a dirty team before?
I don't know specifically about the Lions because I wasn't in there for like the game plan and stuff. But in my experience, you definitely know and can identify because every single thing on the film is broken down. We have somebody break down every single thing, every position group. So you definitely see the guys who, tend to be a little bit more hot-headed or who tend to get those personal fouls. And then that's like playing the game within the game. So whether it's outright just chirping them or if it's just like, hey, this guy tends to, like if you hit him enough times in the mouth, like he'll shut down. Mm-hmm. Or there's some guys with the high motor, some guys with low motor, like all those things and just getting to know your matchup, those are big deals. And, I'd say there's definitely some teams we know it's like, hey, you got to go into this game, like, be smart. Don't be, like, they're going to be a chippy group. Don't give into it, Don't react poorly. That'll negatively affect us or the team. And
because they're looking at, other teams are looking at us the same way of, like, hey, they'll, this individual will definitely fight back if you keep going at them all game.
And that's great to fight back as long as it's not, like, flag worthy.
Or
like if you do it between the whistles, if you're doing it between the whistles and like chirping, like that's football. Like you gotta have you cannot play football and like have no anything to you don't have to yell. Like I'm not a yeller or talker. Mm-hmm. But like when I play, like it's very subtle. Some people yell and they talk, which is great. As long as you don't get the flag, you're good. Have you ever seen anything like Amon-Ra St. Brown wearing his Green Bay sucks?
I mean, dude, like when teams wear that stuff, like or like when George Kittle did that for Dallas sucks. I think he wore a shirt, but that was more of that was done in the '80s, so it was kind of a callback to that. That stuff never really has ever bothered me. I don't know. It's just kind of like
I was
He spelled
wondering.
Green Bay wrong though. I was like, damn, that's a little disrespectful.
No
but-
space.
Yeah, I was like, whatever that is.
No, I just was wondering. Obviously, you see it as a player on the opposing team, you're fired up, but was wondering your hometown perspective.
That stuff doesn't bother me. I mean, you can wear whatever you want to the stadium.
Yeah.
I mean,
I like it. What was your thoughts on the celebration? I think it's a USC thing.
the
like headstand.
yeah,
Is
I think that was like a 7-on-7 thing. I think that's where normally those
Because I think
celebrations start.
Drake London did it. Marshawn Lloyd was saying he was like all the guys from USC were doing that.
Oh, really? I mean,
Celebration.
I've seen that celebration before, but then it got popular, and I think like in some low-end college game, like a D2 or D3 game, some kid did it and just got the ref just watched him do it and just hit him with the flag, which is funny. It's a cool celebration, but whatever.
Yeah, Marshawn was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do that when I get back." I'm like, "Bro, be careful.
Yeah,
go
for
practice that shit first." Did you see Saquon's backwards hurdle?
I mean,
off the spin move, like
that
might
is
be
the
top,
most-
That might be top football play.
That's his
all
top
time.
play of all time for sure. I mean,
That might be top 5 plays all time.
I mean, it's the most. I've never seen anybody evade a tackler like that before.
That might be top 5.
That was like spidey senses,
top 5 like skill position plays all time.
right? Yeah, it was
Like with the ball in your hands. I get
Yeah.
it. There's like some crazy spectacular catches. Take that out. Just ball in your hands. What do you do? Ball in your hands. What do you do?
Yeah, I mean, he
make
just-
a guy miss, spin, backwards hurdle. Like my man was just pressing all, like stick work.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I mean that was straight out of the backyard type of moves. I mean, I've never seen anybody just trust a hurdle and just throw your legs up like that. I mean, people always cut at your legs like it's so difficult.
I've never backwards hurdled anybody. I didn't even know it was a thing.
I didn't know that was
I can't
possible.
wait though. I cannot wait because now a bunch of people are gonna try to put this in their repertoire.
Yeah.
And like you're gonna get some high school kid. It's gonna be like it'll be on Huddle highlights in about 3 weeks. And just somebody trying to backwards hurdle, and then this linebacker just slam.
It always is that.
Ass to face.
Anybody, I mean, yes, that would be funny. Like almost like when Antonio Brown did that to the punter. I'm just like stopping, like going for the hurdle. I mean, it's definitely gonna be funny. I mean, there's some players who just like force the hurdle to, and every time they're like upside down.
Yeah.
Tucker is one of those guys who like he has a good hurdle.
Though. He's calmed down.
But he's calmed down. But I mean, he throws some hurdles sometimes, and he's just like still in the. Or Christian did it a couple weeks ago.
I still remember the one against Tampa Bay with Tucker, and like Allen was hurt, and he was coughing for a while. He's feeling that one.
Did he just land straight on his back?
Yeah. Well, no, the helmet went straight into his groin.
Oh,
yeah. It was tough.
Dude, did you see the Jason Kelsey stuff of spiking the phone because his brother got called the F word?
Yeah, I did see that.
I mean, you've probably heard some crazy stuff in your days of like people saying stuff. I mean,
do I ever?
I mean, would you ever hit a tipping point of like grabbing somebody's phone and doing that? Would you defend me like that, or would you do that?
I would I'm one of those I'm one of those silent get back people.
Yeah.
Like I will get my get back, but like it'll be coming. Like you ever heard the people like, would you, if you got $1 billion every day, would you let like a snail chase after you, but like it never stops moving? Have you ever heard of that? Those type of things. Like,
would you?
The snail if the snail touches you, like you die, but you get $1 billion every day. All you gotta do is just keep moving. But like the snail knows where you are and it's gonna come find you slowly and slowly. It's like that. It's like that's me. I'm the snail.
You're the snail.
I will get my get back.
You think you'd eventually get them if you were a snail?
Yes.
Okay.
1,000%.
Would you take that deal?
You got the GPS. Would I take the deal?
Would you take the deal?
Yeah, but I know the snail's gonna get you. You're gonna get too comfortable. That's what people do. You get too comfortable.
So what does the majority of the team do during bye week? You stay here, but you have a house here, live here. You don't really.
Yeah, I think the majority of the guys, like, so you got to think, you're going from camp essentially all the way through. If your family is able to come out, like most people don't call Green Bay home, which is like
Is what it is.
Is what it is, and so. You got to think like your family and everybody is back wherever you're from. Now you get an opportunity to go see them. You can go on a vacation with yourself, spouse, kids, whatever. Just go somewhere warm, especially coming off that last game like we were talking about.
Oh my God, yeah.
It was super cold. Just maybe like get out for a little bit. And I think also just going ahead and getting that mental reset is huge. And like, you got a big stretch coming up, and then hopefully into the playoffs all the way to the Super Bowl. So you got a big amount of stuff you got to be focused on day in, day out, week by week. So to be able to just take a breath, be able to say, hey, things are not going the way we wanted, but I can go back and reset and, come back full force when I get back is key. But I think it's really just about having fun, relaxing for a second, and then doing whatever your priorities are, whether it's getting away, seeing your family, whether it's just catching up and playing some Call of Duty.
Just take care of yourself a little bit.
Exactly.
What is your like responsibilities with the team though that week? Do you guys get the whole week off? Is it like hey, do your homework, watch film on the Bears net for next week, or?
Yeah, I think it always changes. I've been every year it's a little different, but normally you get the majority of the week off, and then it's always incentivized to stay in your books, especially as a younger guy. First couple of years in the offense, there's things that are changing, or things you might really need to lock into. So you have the playbook essentially on an iPad. So just kind of breezing through there every night never hurts. There's always workout plans. The gym's open here, so you can go work out here. But also they give you kind of like a sheet that you can, if you want to get some running in, or we have all the resources in the world. So really whatever you wanted to do, you can. But like, in all honesty, you've been going hard for however long. If you want to just sit, play some video games, or just go on vacation for a little bit, like nobody's going to be mad at you either. But as long as you come back, you know what time it is, and you're locked in.
I love the quote that I think Preston Smith said. I mean, adios, Preston, which sucks, but it's just part of the biz. But anyway, or was it his quote, or is it? I remember some of the linebackers' quote was, "We play an entire Big Ten schedule before our bye week."
Yeah, I don't think it was Preston.
It was it Darius, or was it?
I don't remember who it was,
but it was, you play an entire Big Ten schedule, but every week is Ohio State.
Yeah,
which is lock in every game. There's no cupcake schedule, and every week is a grind to the end of the game. And that transition for rookies especially is very difficult, but it takes a toll. So this bye week is way more crucial than in any other league.
This is like a perfectly placed bye week too. Like pretty much like halfway through the season. And I think like you said, as far as like the length of the season, people know it, so I'm not going to say people don't know how long the season is. People do know it, but for the few listeners or whatever who don't, that rookie season is so long because you're coming from, so say you're a senior or junior, whenever you're leaving school, you got your college camp, and then it rolls straight into your season. And you go straight through your season, and then you go to a bowl game, don't play in the bowl game, whatever. And then straight after that, you go start training for the combine. If you're going to be an NFL draft guy, you start training for the combine. You might have your senior bowl or whatever bowl you go to. This is no break now. Then you go straight to the combine. You have the combine. Then you get like maybe a month off, and then you come and you do rookie mini camp. Then you get maybe a couple weeks off, and then you show up for OTAs.
But those weeks you're grinding still.
You're grinding because you have OTAs, and like you may have a week or so off. And like you want to go show up. Now you're at your first NFL spot. You want to make a good impression. So now you're going straight into OTAs. You get a month off, but you don't know the playbook. You don't know anything. So that's really not off. You're studying. So then you go to camp. And camp, you go through camp, and then you go through a season, which you get one bye week. 17 weeks long, and you're playing, like you said, Ohio State every week. You got to be dialed in, locked in, and then you got playoffs. You make it to the Super Bowl. That season, you're essentially playing football nonstop for 2 years.
I mean, yeah, dude, that is such a grind.
It's great. That rookie seat, like everybody always talks about it. That rookie wall is real. Like you get there, and it's like, dude, I've been playing so much. This has been nonstop, and it's tough. It's not necessarily your play stops, but it's definitely something I'd say a majority of the guys feel when they come in, but we have a lot of resource and a lot of experience to be like, hey man, like you're good, you're gonna get through it. Yeah,
it's insane. Yeah, but everyone just sees you guys on Sundays and it just thinks like that's all it is. You guys just out there playing with the ball with your boys.
Yeah, I think especially with like the young guys too, people get so like they're like, oh, like he's not good. It's like, dude, like there's so much stuff going on. It's so different than college.
Right.
There's so many things, whether it's a playbook or whether it's just
understanding. Playbook alone is just so much more complex.
So many things you gotta like it. people are on different timelines. Like it takes some guys a little bit longer, and they might excel later or might excel earlier.
And fans are so critical. So if you're a fan of the Packers and you want instant gratification, like for instance, I mean like Marshawn Lloyd being injured and people being like, oh, like people like tweeting like, oh, he's a bust. I mean, Twitter is so toxic. I mean, everybody knows that. But at the same time, it's like, give the guy a break. Like he's gonna come back. He'll be fine. You know, it's just this transition into the league. So.
Yeah, I mean he'll be great. He'll be fine. I think just like anything, that's just the way the world is. I mean, you just go around and around in a circle if you want to fight that train. I mean, there's no stopping it. That's just the way the world is with social media. It's always going to be here. It's not going anywhere. You can write a book on that if you want, but like that's just going to be how people are on social media, and they'll make another burner if they want to say something else.
True, yeah. I mean, I think that's just as a fan, just have patience. It's a long season.
I would say to any fan, man, have patience. I was saying the other day when I was doing the radio show on 97.3 The Game, maybe like 2 weeks ago, and they're like, when do you start looking? I'm like, right now as a fan or as a player, like right now, week 10 is where I would take a peek. Before that, all those other projections and standings, until week 10, 11, like, everybody's the worst team in the league can still make a way to the playoffs. I don't think anybody's technically.
We were 3-5 last year, 3-6.
Yeah, we were 2-5. We were
2-5.
Yeah, 3-5. Like, and then we started figuring our way out. But it's like, there is no. Okay, like everybody, there's nobody out. There's nobody eliminated. Some people, there's still chances for everybody.
Injuries happen too. I mean,
it's a long it's just take a breath.
Yes.
Turn it on in November.
Yes.
Turn it on in November. It's like baseball. Like, I'm not watching the first 100 games intently on, like, there's no chance they come back. They still got 50-something left. They still got a third of the season.
Right, exactly. So, yeah, I think that's a good shout out or like good note for Packer fans. Hey, just have patience, take a breath. We're still figuring things out. Yeah, we lost the Lions, that sucked, but at the end of the day,
we come back and we got the Bears, man. So let's go.
Yeah, let's go, man.
Let's continue it going. And shout out to Preston, man. We talked about it for a second.
Oh, yeah.
Sucks to see him go. We obviously know that is the business and nature of the game, but I did see on Twitter somebody quoted like an old tweet of his and was like, I never lost the Bears. I'm 12-0.
Yeah, he's 12-0.
So let's keep it going for him, man. Let's keep that.
Do Steelers play the Bears this year? I don't think so.
I don't know the Steelers schedule, but I'll probably tune into a game, see him rock,
Yeah, it'll be cool. Yeah, shout out Preston, but let's just talk about the Thursday game. It's a divisional game. It's actually a really good one. Ravens-Bengals.
Ravens-Bengals. Where's it at?
It's at Baltimore. Baltimore's favored by 6.
Whew. 6 is kind of a lot.
6 is a lot.
6 is a lot. So really that means 5.5.
No, it's 6. So then you can push. So then if
I don't know anything about betting. Never.
Yeah. So if you bet on the spread at 6, let's say you take the Ravens win by 6, then you just get your money back. You don't get no win.
So who you got straight up? No odds. Just straight up. Who do you got winning?
Oh, I definitely have the Ravens. I think they're a juggernaut. I mean, they lost to the Browns in an ugly fashion, but.
I got the Ravens too, but that'll be a fun one to watch.
Yeah.
I feel. And
how do you feel about the Thursday night game? I mean, it's a quick turnaround. Like as a running back, you get beat up in games, and you want to perform. But it's. Do you like the game?
It really depends on where it is. I think that's honestly the thing with the entire NFL schedule. It just kind of depends on where that Thursday night game is in your schedule. Right. And like I feel like it's tough in the middle of the year. Mm-hmm. If it's like at the end or the beginning, I feel like it's not bad.
Okay, yeah, we play the Thanksgiving game this year, which is that's really fun. But I don't think we have another Thursday night.
I think we have 2 Thursdays.
Do we really?
I don't know, but I think I saw somebody say something about 2 Thursdays. I've never been a schedule watcher. Even like when I wasn't on IR, Gab would be like, "Oh, you got so and so in 2 weeks." I'm like, I have no idea.
We go back to back Thursdays.
Yeah, that's.
So we go Thursday, Thanksgiving, and then Thursday at the Lions.
That's honestly probably better.
Yeah, that is probably better.
When you think about it.
Yeah, just kind of reset your schedule, and then you get a mini bye.
Because normally you got that Thursday, and then you play. No, normally you have longer time.
So week 12. Okay, so
are you losing days that way?
What do you mean?
So you play Sunday.
It's just that first Thursday you lose games. So you play the Niners, or so the Packers play the Niners on the 24th, and then play on the 28th, and then you got a week, and December 5th is your next game. And then you get basically a mini bye because you play on the 15th.
But normally you'd go Sunday, and then you play Thursday, which we were doing.
Right.
And then normally you wouldn't play till Sunday.
Right.
But you're going playing Thursday, and then you're off Sunday. I think it probably evens out.
Yeah, it's probably.
But this, like, you normally get a little bit longer after the Thursday. You normally get a week and a half after Thursday.
Yeah, that is interesting. Back-to-back Thursday games I've never seen that before. But
hey, like they say, F it, we ball.
Yeah.
Oh, we ball, man. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be a fun season. The team's looking great, and we got some real juice, and I'm excited to see how the guys come out of the bye week. I think everybody deserves and needs some well-needed rest.
Have you ever heard of the Edmund Fitzgerald?
No, what's that?
So the Edmund Fitzgerald is a ship that went down in Lake Superior. Mm-hmm. I think in the 70s, and but it's like it's just like a very sad shipwreck story of a crate ship. I'm like out of breath for an hour.
Yeah, you're good, brother. But, you got a basketball game later.
I know, I'm so out of shape for that.
Are we going to talk about the basketball game?
We are.
Well, let's finish your Edmund Fitzgerald.
So the Edmund Fitzgerald, you have to look this up because it was like, it's a really sad story.
SS Edmund Fitzgerald was in a great American Lakes freighter that sank in Lake Superior during the storm of November 10th, 1973, with the loss of the entire crew, 29 men. That's tough. That's
it's actually a really sad story. So the Edmund Fitzgerald goes down, and then Gordon Lightfoot, I don't know if you're familiar with that artist, made a song about it.
Okay.
It is one of the most catchy songs of all time, and this year is the 50th anniversary, I believe, of the wreck, and I think a lot of people are drinking 29 beers for the 29 lost souls.
Is that what we're doing?
I think so. Yeah, so the November gales came early, and then, the ship went over. But what did the captain's quote when he went down was, basically, he's like, yeah, we're good. And that was like, we'll be fine. Just leave us alone. Like, dude, I should have prepared myself for this.
We'll be fine. Just leave us alone.
Yeah, or not leave us. It's something along.
I feel like he didn't say leave us alone.
No, he didn't. No, he definitely didn't say that. But the Edmund Fitzgerald's awesome. You should pour one out for the Edmund Fitzgerald, and celebrate with your boys. Put it on the touch tunes. Put it on the AMI.
Yeah.
Really.
29 beers.
29 beers. Celebrate the 29 lost souls.
Is it within a group? Or what if you had 29 people drink one beer?
I mean, that'd be kind of terrible. And there's still, like, people still get sick, But no, seriously, blast it on the touch tunes this weekend.
What if you shared one beer with 29 people?
Dude, I'm good. I'll miss me on that, dude. Do you know Lake Superior keeps its dead?
It keeps its dead. Where are these like random
so
Great Lakes?
So Lake Superior is you know how bodies normally float to the top? Lake Superior is so deep and it gets so cold that I'm pretty sure they just stay at the bottom. These are random facts that I don't know if are entirely true, but I do know that Lake Superior keeps its dead.
So have you ever heard of still water?
So they're like still water. I saw like some
I'm on
memes
still water algorithm.
What is that?
I don't know, but it's like water that's still, and you can't swim in. You just go straight down. No float, no buoyancy.
That's terrifying.
I don't know if it's a real thing or not, and it's just a TikTok thing, but I've seen it. It's
You're on still water.
What's worse than the bottom of the ocean? Still water.
Dude, I don't know.
It's what you drink. People are like, hey, like you want still?
Isn't it like still water? Like when it's. I mean, that's how like bacteria and viruses are like build up in that stuff. I guess if it's just sitting there for a long time in like an abandoned spot.
Yeah. You get in there and get some crazy stuff, some bacteria.
We do not know what we're talking about.
I don't know anything.
But I do know the Edmund Fitzgerald.
You'd be like, that is not true. Edmund did not say that we were good. Edmund said, please come help us.
Yeah, I was right. Fun fact, the water temperature at the bottom of Lake Superior is so cold that the bodies that end up down there don't decompose. So they get mummified down there.
Sheesh. That is crazy.
That is crazy. But yeah, Edmund Fitzgerald.
Did you know that the Great Lakes are home to over 1,000 shipwrecks?
1,000?
1,000.
There could be even more than that, dude.
Did you know Lake Ontario can become so cold it's considered lethal?
Lake Ontario?
Yeah.
I thought Lake Superior was the
No.
coldest.
Ontario, Canada.
Yeah.
Higher up.
Yeah, that's not a Great Lake, though, is it?
Yeah, of course it is.
Lake Ontario is a Great Lake?
Yes.
Is that bad of me not knowing that?
What do you think? It's not a Great Lake? Bro, that's a Great Lake, bro. It counts.
The Great Lakes. Is that Ontario?
Land of Lakes.
Superior, yeah, there is. I'm such an idiot. It's the smallest, that's why, and it's Canadian, so
Hey, bro.
I have never been there, never.
Small lakes matter too.
That's true. That's true. Do you know Wisconsin has more lakes than Minnesota?
I believe that.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
They only have 11,000. We have 16.
16,000 lakes?
Yeah, in
well,
Wisconsin.
what's considered a lake? Like
exactly. That's their argument of like, what's considered a lake? Like, that's a glorified pond.
Yeah, I feel like somebody's like, nah, I'm telling you, it's a lake. It's just a big-ass puddle in the parking lot. It's like a lake.
No, yeah. I don't know, man.
We should build our own lake. Can we make a man-made lake?
You can.
Toonen To Dillon Lake, no still water.
No still water. I mean, it would be fresh water. It'd probably be still if it was no wind. Well, we'd probably have to put a pump in there or something, but
yeah, that'd be sick.
Have your own man-made lake.
We should do it when we get to 300,000 followers.
When we stop losing followers.
When we start going positive in the follower count, we will talk to whoever we need to talk to make that happen. As always, we love the Packer fans.
Yes.
Our message would just be to take a breath. Also enjoy the bye week. Just watch some other teams. Watch some other fans stress.
Yeah, seriously.
You don't have to stress this week. Just chill out. And 29 beers, right?
29 beers for the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Either 29 beers for yourself and a friend, or you and 28 other friends for the 28th episode.
Just enjoy your weekend. Drink responsibly.
Yes, we appreciate you guys. See you guys next weekend, probably with a guest.
For sure with a guest.
We've been needing a guest, so you guys have been asking for him. We got him. Or her. We'll see who we bring in.
That's going to be fun.
Drum roll, please. See you guys next week.
See ya. Thank you.